for joining me for another live where we are talking all things Reasonable Doubt, Hulu and Onyx Collective's best true crime series. I mean, tonight we got a whole lot of things to get into, but before we start, I just want to thank Hulu for partnering with me for this live video. Y'all see the title, y'all see what's going on, y'all see who we about to talk to. Hello, I told y'all this week is going to be exciting. I mean, every week's going to be exciting, but I told y'all tonight was going to be exciting. So thank you so much for coming back. Y'all, we have 3 episodes now of Reasonable Doubt. Drop down the comments right now. Let me know what you guys are thinking. It's a lot going on. Chanel is on the run, child. It's giving Jay-Z and Beyonce on the run, honey, because she on the run with her little lover thing. Adrian, who is JT's friend. Okay, have y'all seen episode 3 yet? Please tell me y'all seen episode 3. Episode 3 went live today. Okay, make sure that every Thursday y'all are watching Reasonable Doubt so that when you come here at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, that you're ready to dish all things Reasonable Doubt. Like, please, let's get into this episode. This episode's crazy. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hey, so excited. Yes, we're back for season 2. I'm here, just finished the episode right now. Yes, good. I still haven't started the new season. Miss Summer's Day, we gotta start that new season ASAP. We're 3 episodes in, so you're not too late. It's always a good time to start Reasonable Doubt. But again, it's so much going on. I mean, we have Chanel who's on the run. We have her cousin Sally. Did y'all see what cousin Sally did? Last week, we had cousin Sally. She asked her husband, can we put our house up for collateral for the bail money? And her husband was like, hell no, to the no. You okay? He's like, no, I love your cousin, but no, ma'am. And what did Sally do? Y'all? She went on. Somebody said, wait, I lost the comment. Somebody said she about to lose her husband, child. Yes, Sally gonna lose her husband. Would y'all do something like that? Like, I understand, friends get caught in a bind, family members get caught in a bind, but if you are at the point where somebody got to put their house up as collateral, and you ask your significant other, can you do it? And they say no, like, would y'all still do that? I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing, baby. I'll be down to the jailhouse I'll put money on your books. Okay. But I'm not putting my house up for collateral. You can lose your home like that. Like, you can lose your home. And now that we see she on the run, baby, what's going to happen to the house? Let me see what the people are saying. No, ma'am. No. Amaroti says she could sit in jail. Cam said this episode was so well written. The character development and slight cliffhangers, amazing. I agree. We have Melissa, Attorney Lucy. She's gonna be in the building. We have Morris Chestnut, who's also in the building. Attorney Corey Cash. I have so much to talk about. But did y'all also see? There was a little moment that I was like, "Oh, hold on, what is this, honey?" Did y'all see, like, towards the end where, Jax was talking about, how she didn't see all the signs with her friend, because, she had gotten to the safe. She went down to the safe. She saw all this proof that Chanel had been accumulating for years, showing what had been happening in her marriage. And Jax is just taking it to heart. Like, wow, like, I've been friends with this girl for 20 years, and I had no idea that she was going through what she was going through. So, like, her and Corey run into each other at the office, and, she just runs to the arms. She just runs into Corey's arms, child, and they share this hug. What does that mean? What did that hug mean? Are we? What's going on? Somebody said they're gonna get into trouble. Yup. This episode was wild. Yup. Somebody said, I saw Morris Chestnut and ran here. I know that's right. I ran here too, and I just had to run upstairs. This is my house, but I still ran up the stairs though. Somebody said, yeah, that's right. Cliffhanger. That's the cliffhanger I was talking about. Yeah, like what that mean? But then also too, just rewinding a little bit back too, I was wondering why like Corey Cash was doing a lot with trying to do like, the back of the bus movement when it came to Chanel's case. And we kind of get to see that too. So we're going to get into all that. Okay. First up, I want to go ahead and bring up my first guest, okay? Melissa Ponzio. All right, she plays Lucy Wargo, a hard-hitting district attorney, okay? And she's introduced in this season. She's best known for her role on Teen Wolf and The Walking Dead, okay? Melissa been getting her bags for some time now, all right? She's appeared in numerous TV shows and films since the late 90s. She returned to Teen Wolf for the reunion film in 2023. She's currently playing, obviously, District Attorney Lucy Wargo in Reasonable Doubt. We've also seen her in The Army Wives, Chicago Fire. So y'all, make some noise. Show your love for the one, the only, Miss Melissa Ponzio. Melissa!
Jesse, your recaps are like epic. I could listen to you all day long.
Really?
Yes.
Don't gas me. Okay, keep gassing me though.
Keep it real. It's really good. It's really good to be here. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
No, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to sit with us. I have so many questions for you, but first and foremost, man, you're doing such a good job at this role. Like, I remember being at the premiere for Reasonable Doubt here in Atlanta, and like you were there, and it's like everybody applauded you, but also people were like,
yeah, it was like a little hiss.
Right? Because like you play this role so well. You come in, like, I mean, with just, your fist in the air, just you coming in with the punching, you're punching hard. So what did it take for you to get ready for this role? And what made you the most excited about playing this character?
Thank you for all of that. I'm very humbled by your kind words. I really appreciate it. It was the gift of Ramla's writing, to be quite honest. You get sides like every other, actor, and you put something down, but it just, I found her words so easy to memorize, relatable. There was energy behind them. And so for me, the audition was the gift, right? To be able to say these words and to portray this character, and then to get the call, it's like, okay, well, fireworks, dreams coming true,
Yeah.
And so, as we progressed through shooting, I just realized for me how important and how responsible this character is for bringing this courtroom scene and this topic to life. And she serves a great responsibility through the entire season, all the way up to the absolute last part of episode 10. So it's a journey for sure.
So we're just kind of scratching the surface at episode 3. Like,
Yeah.
we're still just scratching the surface. So let's talk about your entrance. Like, I feel like the characters this season, y'all are making y'all's entrances. So first we see you in the scene where Jax she comes in with, donuts, thinking that she could, suavemente her way into, things working the way she wants. And then boom, pow, you come in. First of all, I know you ain't in here bribing my attorneys.
She's very by the book, I mean, there's a certain way that business is to be conducted, and she has no time. I was given a note very early that Lucy is the kind of woman that has 8 minutes before the next meeting, and that is her energy through every single scene. And she's just going to get to the point. And she is very righteous in what she believes in, and she believes in the law. She really does.
Child. She's by the book too. She is government law down, honey.
Yeah.
So the next time we see her, I feel like Lucy has 2 entrances, because we have the donut scene, but then we have the press conference scene. Baby, the suit was on.
Thank you.
The heels was clacking. Okay. the way Lucy was marching up to the podium and let the people know, and we charging her with murder, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, first degree. Yeah, we ain't. Right. So why do you think her character is just so like gung ho about putting the hammer down on Chanel?
I believe that she feels like she has a job to do, including being a very strong presence in those press conferences that we see very early. You know, she has a task, she has a job, she has a family. And I think it's just, again, a great responsibility to the story. And, you know, you have these types of energies, you have these two people, you know, these two tribes that kind of come to war in a courtroom and battle it out. And, you know, you have to have a certain belief in what your position is in order to do your job fully.
Yeah.
And it's a short story. She's doing her job.
She's doing her job and she's doing it well. Let's talk about just the dynamics that I see her have with Jax
Mm,
versus like Corey Cash. So with Jax, I feel that when they're sparring, there's a
mhm.
moment where Jax comes into your office and she's like, listen, you're overcharging her. You're not going to get this. And you're like, well, are you sure about that? Because as far as I could see, you're listing all the things that back up your reasoning for charging Chanel the way you do.
Mm,
So you're kind of backing Jackson to a corner a little bit, but Jackson's holding her own. Versus when Corey comes in, we kind of see you back down a little bit because he pulls out some of your teeth. See, we didn't know that Attorney Lucy was at another precinct or at another firm, and she kind of left that firm on not
mhm.
so good, terms. And what's going on? Are you running away from something? Like, why do you think her dynamics with Jax and Corey are so different?
Well, I believe that Mr. Corey Cash has a bit of a reveal. He has a little bit of tea on me that maybe Jax doesn't, and so I think that she tries to hold it together, but he has pierced her just a little bit, and she has to recover in that scene. And that was a very fun scene to play. You know, Emayatsi is amazing. To do scenes with her, you know, toe to toe, was a real gift.
Yeah.
And I thought that, you know, that first scene between Morris and I was, you know, it's kind of, I know you, I see you, I know you,
Yes.
I see you.
Yes.
You can't
Yes.
hide. And then, you know, he kind of hits me with that, and I'm like, all right, well, this has been fun.
Right.
This has been
This
fun.
has been
See you
fun.
in court. See you in court. And that's the whole thing. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, we'll see it out in court. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Morris, let's get into Morris because Morris and you, again, you share this scene. And obviously, like, we have Morris here with us this evening. So before he comes on, I just want to say this, like, Morris Chestnut, for those of you who don't know, obviously you
Mhm.
do know if you're in the live, but he plays attorney Corey Cash, a new attorney at Jackson's firm, tapped to lead Chanel's case. His character is described as a legal star who defends domestic abuse survivors. Chestnut joined the cast this season. I mean, we've seen Morris Chestnut on our TV screens for over 3 decades. I mean,
Mhm.
show your love, make some noise for the one, the only Mr. Morris Chestnut.
Yeah,
Woo!
how you doing?
How are you doing,
Good to-
Morris?
I'm good. Good to see you both. Good to see you, Melissa. Good to see you, Jesse. Good to see
Hey,
you
good to
both.
see you. Good
Great
to
to see
see you.
you.
So, we're talking to Melissa right now about you and her and the scene that you guys collide in. Can you tell me, because she just told me how it was working with you in that scene, but can you share like how it was with you guys both in that scene and the dynamics and how you guys were kind of eating each other up? What was that like?
You know what? Nah, she was. Listen, let me tell you something. She was eating me up with some glares throughout this show. I mean, on these days. See that smile? I never saw that smile a lot on set. You know what I'm saying? She was on me. You know, it was great working with her because she was so focused every time, focused and prepared every time she came to set. And we would give each other these looks, and you
Yes.
know, and she would give it to me. I was like, okay. Every time I stepped in the courtroom, I was like, okay, it's on. And she just she's made it really fun and really great to play opposite of.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. And I will say the same thing about you. It was a treasure to work
Oh,
with you. And I felt the same way. I felt like we were at our opposing desks. We were
yes,
ready for the day to work as actors. And
yeah,
then when the scene started, the only real contact we had was side eye.
yeah,
Yeah.
very much so, very much
Was
Yeah,
the
so.
very
dialogue
excited.
written into the script, or did y'all just bring that to the table?
It was, we brought. I mean, what we brought, like the glares and the side eyes,
Yeah.
were things that she and I did. That wasn't in the script. I mean, we knew, our roles as those types of attorneys, and prosecutor and defense, and we just went with it. So it wasn't in the script necessarily, except for I think the first scene in her office. I think that scene was contentious. She was contentious that day, and then another scene later.
More will be revealed.
Yeah, more. Yes. More will be revealed. Yeah.
More will be revealed. Well, you guys have this scene, and what I liked about Corey was Corey brought in some tea when it came to Lucy's character.
Yes.
What is the strategy behind that?
Well, from a professional standpoint, you always want to try to rattle your opposition and kind of have them off balance. Mm-hmm. They never know where you're coming from, and I wanted to rattle her a little bit because it truly is a life or death situation, and one of the things that will be revealed about Corey throughout the course of the season is he has his own personal redemption journey. Yes, he's there for Jax, who was an acquaintance of his. Yes, he's there for Chanel because he wants to get her off, and he believes he can. But it'll be revealed throughout the season that he has his own personal redemption. Mm-hmm. And honestly, that's one of the things that I really love about the love about the character arcs that Rama wrote for us. And I'm sure Melissa can speak to this as well. These characters are multi-dimensional. It's not just Corey is just there to defend Chanel because he's a friend of Jax's. No, there's so much depth to the character and the arc.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get more into the depth of who Corey Cash is.
Yes.
But before we do, Melissa, we want to thank you so much for dropping in and speaking with us. Can you let us all know how to follow you on socials?
Oh, sure. Thank you very much. It's my full name, Melissa Ponzio 1 on all socials.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Good seeing you, Melissa. Take care.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Corey Cash.
What's that?
I have so much to get into when it comes to Corey Cash. But first and foremost, Morris Chestnut.
Yes.
Do you have something in your contracts that require you to make a bombastic entry in every show, in every movie? I feel like every time I see Morris Chestnut, it's gonna be an entrance. Is that something that's in your contract with Hollywood?
It's honestly, it's not my contract, and it's been a blessing to work with so many great people. And I'll just discuss Reasonable Doubt. I mean, when I first started talking to Ramla and Hulu about the series, Ramla, she broke the character down for me. She sent me a few pages of what the character was about, what his arc was going to be about, and I started reading the script, and I just felt so blessed that I had the opportunity to work with her because she's an excellent writer. She's a tremendous leader on set, and she really did her thing with giving me, the intro.
Yeah, I mean, the intro is so fire, and of course, you come in ready to work. So we have this case. Jax is personal friends with Chanel, but it's obviously too much for her to handle. You come in. And I'm like, okay, what is going on with the civil rights movement-esque approach? And, the we shall overcome. Like, what is happening? Why is that the strategy that you feel that Corey Cash feels he has to have when it comes to it? Gives like Johnny Cochran almost, like, we're going to use this issue.
1,000,000%. I mean, a lot of attorneys have to study history. And studying the history, you refer to past history and past and precedent of certain trials to win your current trials, and that's what that was a strategy that Corey felt was best for this particular case.
Yeah.
Although he had a little pushback from his associate, his partner.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that because. You have your approach. She hands you the job and she says, hey, do the job.
Yeah.
But then she kind of undermines you a couple times. Like,
yes.
The getting Chanel out of jail or the, telling you that, letting her sit in jail is not the way to go. Even down to like the way you're conducting interviews. you know, why do you think that she feels her approach is better than yours? And how do you think Corey's character is handling this?
I'll take this back to season one. Actually, when I binge watched season one. For me, what I loved and what got me really excited about the show
Mm-hmm.
is that not only, of course, the show. We all know the show is sexy.
Yes.
We all know that Jax is sexy and the writing is strong,
Mm-hmm.
but in addition to that, the writing and Imiati, they're strong and smart. And that's
Right.
what I love. And strong-minded,
Mm-hmm.
to the sense to where, she has her opinions. And although sometimes she may feel she may be wrong or she's not really sure, she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
go with her gut. She's gonna feel something and she's gonna go with it. And she's
Yeah.
smart with it. And she's there's one of those things. That's where we really butted heads quite a bit because
Mm-hmm.
she had her opinion, I had my opinion. She
Yeah.
wasn't going to back down. I wasn't going to back down.
Right.
And that's what makes for interesting scenes, the conflict, that makes for interesting writing, and it makes it fun to play opposite a character like that.
Yeah. So dope. You guys' chemistry, and I recall actually you guys worked together before. You and Emiatsi worked together on
We did.
Rosewood.
We
So
did. Yes.
was
Yes.
this like a family reunion? Like, how did working with her previously help with your dynamic with working on Reasonable Doubt?
It was a little bit different on Rosewood, but obviously when I worked with her before, and of course I've seen her work throughout the years, I have a tremendous amount of respect for her.
Mm-hmm.
I was excited to get to work with her again on her show.
Yeah.
And it was clear, I was coming to her show, and I was excited
Period.
about that because she does a tremendous job. It's hard being number one on the call sheet for a show. And one of the things that, again, I really can't say enough good things about this whole production in general. When you have Ramla as a showrunner, runs a tremendous production.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have a partner, the showrunner has a partner in the number one on the call sheet, just tremendous leader in what Imiati is.
Yeah.
And so coming to work with them, having great writing, great acting, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah. Let's talk some more about Corey. So
Sure.
by episode 3, there's a scene where you go and you visit another client of yours, right? And so this client of yours is behind bars. Unfortunately, this client is also a victim of DV. And now I feel like as a viewer, I'm like, oh, that's why Corey's getting his Corey Cash Cochran on. He's not just representing Chanel. He's representing this other client as well, just simultaneously looking for this case to give him leverage to get this other client clemency. Do you think that this is a strategy that will work?
I think at the time, Corey definitely felt that was a strategy that worked.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it goes to having a character that's layered. It wasn't just about being there for Jax. It wasn't just about being there for Chanel. I had to be there for another client as well, and that is part of Corey's redemption story.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of times when we make decisions in life, even when we have doubts, sometimes when we have doubts and sometimes when we don't, we most of the time we believe that they're going to work, or we wouldn't make those choices. So Corey definitely believes it's going to work. We'll see if it does.
Right. Do you think that he's just taking it too hard? Maybe, as you're playing this character, were you pulling from a place in a time in your life where you're like, wow, I wasn't there for this person. Maybe if I do right here, then that will somehow correct this. Did you pull from something inward to play that part?
I believe if we're blessed long enough to be on this planet, we may have some regrets or some things or situations or circumstances we wish we could have done differently. We wish we could have handled differently. We're all human. and I definitely have. I definitely had a personal source of certain things to pull from for this character for that particular issue.
Yeah. So going back to Corey and Jax, right? So there's a moment in the episode towards the end, kind of like a cliffhanger moment where she confides in Corey and she lets Corey know, wow, like I didn't know that Chanel was going through all this, and I didn't know, and I've been friends with her for 20 years, and I didn't know these things. And they kind of share this hug. The hug was interesting. Like, do we have any?
Why was it interesting? Why was it interesting?
You know what? Because Jax and Corey clash so much. Like, even like I'll say that scene where Corey shows up to Jax's home. And you got Lewis coming in like, let me tell you something. You better take some of that bass out your voice, bruh.
He did say that. McKinley does a great job. I love working with McKinley. I'm still bothered by that scene, but he did say that.
Yeah, he says that, and you guys clash a lot. Obviously, she's undermining you, but also as a viewer, like I was telling you, I felt like, okay, I don't know if the civil rights movement is the right way to go here. But then finally, there's a break because I think Jax is going through a pileup of emotions. You were right to have her stay there because obviously her getting Chanel out of jail did what that did, right? And so now she's kind of, okay, I have to succumb to this man's leadership, right? But also she's confiding in you. So it's like, for me, I'm just like, okay, now I didn't expect that hug to last that long. Where is this going? Can you spill some tea?
I can say what I can say is this. I think what I can say is one of the things. I've been married for a long time, but even before I was married, when I was dating, I've always been attracted to strong women. Strong women who really held their ground in what they believed in.
Yeah.
I think in terms of Jax and Corey, I think there's a mutual admiration on a professional level. And sometimes when you have a mutual admiration of someone on a professional level, I think it's only natural to have that on a personal level as well. So, and having that admiration on a professional and personal, I think it just kind of lends itself to possibly some type of attraction, possibly some types of sparks flying around. And that is one thing Corey respects about Jax. She's strong, she's smart, she's real.
Yeah.
And hey, who couldn't respect all that? So I'm still curious. We shot a lot of stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. The writers and showrunners, they put all this stuff in there. We shoot a whole bunch of stuff. Then we watch the episode. What happened to all the stuff they put in there?
Now, come on now, Morris. Now, come on now. Now, I've been blessed to get this live with you. I just need a little bit of tea. Just give me a little bit of tea. That's all the people ask for.
They ask for a little tea?
Just a little tea. Like, are we gonna get some more hugs?
I will say this. I will say this. When I saw the episode and I saw that scene, when I saw the scene with Corey and Jax hugging right there, I don't think it lasted that long. I didn't think it lasted that long in person. Maybe Corey was enjoying it, and it might be something, I don't know. He might try to manipulate and put some other stuff in there to get it again, but I don't know. I don't know what the writers are going to put in there. I don't know what Rama's going to keep in the show. These showrunners, they're very smart. They're very crafty.
So right? I got to get Rama
on here. We'll shoot a whole bunch of stuff, but we're not sure what makes it in there.
Okay, Morris Chestnut. Thank you so much for spilling the tea that you did spill and giving us a deeper look into Corey Cash. We're so excited about the season 2. Honestly, I was so excited to see that you were added to this. And to be honest, you never disappoint.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me just say this before. Thank you for having me. Thank you for interviewing me. It's good seeing you again. I heard you singing. I heard you singing a little bit earlier. Can you sing me can you give me a song on the way out? Because I heard some, you had a voice. Let me just hear a little bit before I go.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah.
Okay, Morris gotta go. Morris gotta go. I said, Morris gotta go.
Hey.
Bye bye.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. You have a very sweet voice. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having us and being with us and talking to us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night, Morris.
Enjoy the rest of the night as well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Oh my God. I cannot believe that just happened. Okay, y'all. I'm screaming. Wow, thank you so much to Morris Chestnut, Melissa Ponzio, Onyx Collective, Hulu. Thank you so much for all of you guys who tuned in to watch us dissect these episodes of Reasonable Doubt. Remember, make sure that you're watching it every Thursday and that you're coming back right here on my YouTube channel to see who I'm going to interview next. There are so many great cast members and so many guest stars as well. So you never know who's going to stop by next Thursday. So meet me here again, Reasonable Doubt Live. Okay, Beyond the Reasonable Doubt Live right here on my channel. We're going to be meeting with someone else next week at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, child. I'm going to go scream into my hallway, and y'all, I will see y'all next Thursday.